Good evening, chat. And you know what? I just realized I didn't check that my mic feed was set up. This is a test. Yep, bars are moving. Okay. So, yeah. I have come to the point in my life that a PBX or a phone switchboard is actually going to be quite useful. What I want to be able to do is I basically want to have a live stream, which is the Prius being tracked across the country, and then being able to have a voice link that can drop in and out of it, because coverage in the middle of the country is pretty much crap. There is some coverage. As long as you stick to the interstates, you will have cell coverage, but you realistically won't have. It won't be amazing. But if I could handle that with a voice line, and even possibly video, because in theory I can do this with Asterisk. I'd basically be able to have the tracker up as I drop in and out, and then be able to live stream on YouTube as things go along. Hey, Sad Mac. Today was eventful. The desks, all but one of the desks have gone to desk heaven. Honestly, I hated those desks. They were what I got with the place, and I should have tossed them out when I got here. But, everything is more obvious in hindsight. So, yeah. I'm actually going to build this from source, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Like, we have actually left my field of knowledge. I only know what Asterisk is from a high-level perspective. Phone phreaking was a little bit before my time, so I know essentially really no source package. Huh. I would okay, so apparently it's Asterisk core, because what build dep does is it basically I guess it's Asterisk core would be the package then. Build dep Asterisk core. Actually, those look like Arch all packages. I wonder if it doesn't work on ARM64. Well, alright, let's see here. Let's go to downloads. So FreePBX is the #1 open source graphical user interface for use of Asterisk. FreePBX makes it easy. Install on Debian Linux systems that calls Asterisk. I mean, it sounds like what I want. It says any Debian device. Alright, so that's a Debian step-by-step guide. Is it really this easy? I mean, let's be honest. This technology has come a long way. I remember trying playing with it once, and I felt very lost. Like, if it really is that easy. Okay, hold on. I always love these magic commands where you basically give someone else complete root access. I mean, it's tolerated, but I mean, I have to get this done. I'm literally running out of time before I'm not going to have a desk. I already scheduled a disconnect with Xfinity. Okay, it's doing a version check. Alright, so that's just going to do its thing then. How are we doing tonight? Hey, we're up to 13 viewers already. That's looking good. Yesterday was a really bad... It was a mentally taxing day. I rehomed a bunch of Commodore stuff that I had. I someone actually drove 3 hours to come and get it. So yeah, that's good. At least it went to good home. Because I wasn't using it. I don't like using CRTs. There's too much eye strain for me. So I always use LCDs, even with vintage technology. I know it's not authentic, but I mean, like, screw it. It's my channel. I'm going to run it the way I want. Plus, if I can't see it, I can't make a video on it. I mean, I've already had scares like that in my past, so. Yeah, well, at this point, I have a pretty good idea of what I want, and Asterisk is kind of... Asterisk was to telephony what Linux was to operating systems. It really was the open source solution that basically everything works with. And realistically speaking, what I basically want is a conference bridge. That I can then get a DID from any provider. And I can call into, or be able to do it with VoIP, because in theory I should be able to throw a soft phone up, have it connected to the bridge 24/7, and then have OBS running the visuals. Like, I don't see why this doesn't work, although it obviously might not work for a whole variety of reasons. More to the point, the big win here is I have a 2008 Prius. I have not replaced the onboard entertainment system in the car. I've had a lot... That car has been a project, and I'm very glad to have had help with that project, because I have no idea I don't know cars. I can plug in a diagnostic dongle, and I can read the numbers, and I know what they mean, but it doesn't actually help me fix a car, especially one that is not particularly easy to work on, which is a Prius. You have to basically get under it to do anything, but I am learning. So it is 2000, so it does have Bluetooth, but it's 2008 Bluetooth. So, but it's actually a pretty good microphone, so I should quite literally be able to, if I do this right, take my iPhone, dial the bridge, and then be able to talk with, and then be able to route my voice over it, which largely speaking solves the problem of how am I going to get audio in the cloud? Because I was thinking about doing this with RTMP, and I hated that solution. I've done it in the past with RTMP. What you end up with is a massive, fragile pile of FFmpeg commands. So, and it can't handle disconnects. It's fragile. It sucks. And for a 24-hour solution, I don't think it's going to cut the mustard. I know for a fact that I can run OBS and I can run YouTube. The longest I've run a stream with FFmpeg is 33 hours on a private stream. Actually, I ran one right off the Pi. I'm not planning on live streaming off the Pi, although I might actually try it. I can get a 30 gig plan for it for not a whole lot of money. And T-Mobile does give me throttled, unlimited throttled. I just don't know how low I would have to make the screen bandwidth to actually make that work. YouTube is happy with a 5 frames per second feed. Shockingly enough, I didn't think it would accept a feed that low. Because realistically speaking, even on a cell phone link, you can usually manage 30. I'd also love to see if I could somehow do dash cam to YouTube. In theory, I could do that with the cell phone directly, because there is the YouTube app on the phone. It's got problems. I've done it with Discord in the past. The big problem with using a phone as a streaming platform is you can't edit it. You basically can point the camera and talk. Yeah. Yeah, well, I built Mixer's FTL protocol. It wasn't my idea, but how it actually was done was my little brainchild, because I didn't actually think it could be done. My first real attempt at disproving that it could be done actually proved to me that it could be done. Like, if I'm going... The full story is kind of long, but realistically speaking, I didn't think it could be done. And I proved myself wrong in that one. Alright, so it says now if I want to set a PBX system. So we now do the... here's the easy way. Oh, look, there's an actual... That's a Red Hat-based distribution. Okay. So now that I've run the magic script... I have no idea how I make the magic go. So let's assume it just did everything from under the hard way. That is a very old version. So I suddenly realized that this is not going to be as simple as I thought it was. I was thinking with Asterisk, I was simply going to be able to... Alright, so there's PHP, create connection. Basic system is installed. Start out... You know, let me just see if something's listening. Like... Because installed Asterisk... Listen is what I'm looking for. So it makes a log. Install file. Well, I already saw IonQ, which makes me a little bit alarmed. I have this horrible feeling that this is not the way. I'm seeing AMD 64 package requirements here, which isn't going to work on ARM 64. Okay, I think something broke. I have that distinct feeling that this did exactly what I thought it was going to do and not work. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. Ah, crap. Shit, I don't... Hold on, I gotta think about this. I don't think I really want to go for this... This looks miserable. This looks actually fucking miserable. Yeah, it actually even says 64-bit. Scheist. Yeah, because it probably tried to install a package and there was no package to install because this is an ARM 64 system. Crap. I was going to put this in the cloud anyway, so it's just me kind of thinking about how I want to do this right now. I think I just want to spin up a new VM for this because I don't actually... Actually, you know, I can use my... Do I want to use that VM? I have a random junk VM in the cloud, but this might futz with a lot of stuff I don't actually want to futz with. So I think the winning solution here is I'm just going to spin up a new VM in the cloud. Let me log into my VMS provider. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was trying to get rid of... I actually was in the process of decommissioning a VM. I guess it's +1, -1. Although, realistically, this might move to a different home. I need solution now, and this seems like completely workable solution. I hope. So, create new Lin node. How miserable is this process? Yeah, that's pretty fucking miserable. Alright, so the magic script. The magic script is for Debian 12. Do I actually have Debian 12 as... Yeah, I do. I have a choice with that, with Debian. I don't think it really matters where I deploy it. The United States... You know, I'll put it in Chicago because as far as the internet is concerned, that is the center point of North America. I don't think I need... 1 terabyte of transfer is probably overkill for what I actually need it for. Yeah, because I'm looking at how much it fucks with the system, and I am completely of the opinion that I want this on a separate VM. And realistically speaking, I'm almost... Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm almost certain that what's going to happen is I'm going to want to reinstall this because I have no experience with the technology, and which means I'm going to definitely do something I'm not happy with. So what am I going to call this machine? What am I going to call this machine? Chad, you got any good ideas of what I should call this machine? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was already thinking I was going to need to do this. Before I was introduced to Tailscale, I was already planning on setting up a VPN server. I was just kind of saving my soul for doing that because that's not fun. Dealing with OpenVPN is not a fun. All right, I'm just going to call this... You know, I'm just going to call it Vox. Create Chicago. Alright. Plan is required. I want shared. Linode does have GPUs, although wow, that is fucking pricey. That is obscenely pricey. I don't want to pay that. No. That being said, cloud rendering is probably... Well, actually, I still haven't gotten to the point that I need to exceed a laptop, so... Really? Okay, hold on. Alright, create Linode. Nope, you're going to be a pain about this, aren't you? It's enforcing some... It's doing that thing where it wants to give you a where you need to give it a root password, and... I don't normally use passwords. I find them too easy to pwn, lose, or otherwise, you know... Alright, well that wasn't obnoxious. Alright, that's provisioning. So I'm waiting for that to do the blinky blinky. Oh, okay. I just opened an old tab with Studio. It's like stream finished. Like, wait, no, what? I mean, that's basically what's going to be is we're going to be basically running this in the cloud. All right, that's booting up. All right, let me get on the console. I'm on the because I'm on the other VM. Yeah, let me get on Lish and let me just do a little setup work. Although actually I should be good to go. So let me just see if I can log in directly as root, because I did tell it to provision my SSH key. Oh yeah, cool. That actually does work. Okay, cool. All right. So if that's the case, I don't necessarily want to leak an IP address, but honestly, if I stream this, it's sorry, I'm having an OPSEC moment. Do I actually care? It's like, no, I probably shouldn't care. Like, I know, I have a relatively good idea. If someone's going to DDoS me, then I've got bigger problems in my life, because that means someone doesn't... Yeah, you know, I mean, it really just comes down to I have bigger problems in my life. I can always request a new IP if I need it. Cool. Alright, so hosts... yeah, let's just give this a name. It's not a proper system without a host name. Cool. Alright, so let's try this again. Actually, I should probably add this to Tailscale because I'm going to need to access the admin interface. So let me actually do that. Alright, so it wants to generate install script. Yeah, that's fine. Generate install script. Why is that not working? Oh, I know why that's not working. Good. That's completely broken. Sorry, I'm having networking problems on the other terminal. Add device. Oh, right. No, that's not going to work. That's not actually going to work. Because that's going to want to open a web browser. Shit. It's generating a bad Linux server thing for the VPN. Set the expiration. Uses an exit node. No tags assigned. Generate script. But you generate a script that doesn't work. It says sh off key. Oh, I see how this is trying to work. Okay, so why the frig does that not work? Okay, hold on. So I can fix this in two ways. So I take install. And then I grab that. Sorry, the pain is actually really high tonight. Connect device. Okay. So, in theory... Hey, cool. That actually works. That is, like, absolutely magic. I am going to be really sad when they get bought out by someone, because I know how this story ends. Alright, so now we can get on Vox, and we'll also be able to access whatever admin interface. Yeah, root at Vox. Okay, cool. That is actually working. I should actually install updates on this VM, but, yeah, I know there's guides for doing it, but like I said, this is me learning it, and I kind of like spitballing it, because once I break it, learning how to fix it, I tend to learn quite a bit. Alright, so... Yeah, that seems to be running more or less okay. Alright, cool. I'm back. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, so that's basically just downloading all the tools. Alright. I am reasonably happy. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, the other thing is I can also put, if I ever use this for amateur radio, because you know what? Now I have the ability to make an auto patch system. And I feel like I should. Alright, so... I don't know, it's like... I believe it's browser-based, but I'm presuming... I don't want it on the public internet if that's how it gets installed. I'm going to have the Asterisk port on the public internet, because I'm going to need to be able to have the DID... Essentially, the Asterisk backend will be connected to a DID. That's a dedicated dial-in number. Or dedicated inbound dial, something like that. I forget what the acronym. Basically, I'm going to get a circuit from a provider that connects to my switchboard. The virtual switchboard I'm setting up is going to be a conference bridge. And then the other end of the conference bridge is going to be a soft phone sitting on well, it's going to be a real machine, but it's going to be sitting there with a VPS, and then I have quite literally made the ability to dial in to YouTube. I still need a way to actually, like, make stream go up, stream down, but I should be able to do that with just the cell phone, because ultimately speaking, the stream will always be broadcasting live to YouTube. I just have to set the stream up and down. And what I can do is I can stream it to both Twitch and YouTube. So Twitch would have the 24/7 feed. I gotta check Twitch's terms of service, but I don't. Well, you know, the worst case scenario is they'll send a strike to my channel, and I will never use the service again. But I don't think there's anything in their terms of service that prohibits such a thing. I'll be using Kevin, you know, CC music on the channel. And actually what I could do is I can even route that in through Asterisk. Because ultimately speaking, now I've got a switchboard that I control the codecs on both ends. If I have to use a dedicated dial-in, I'm going to sound like ass, but I should be able to do video phones. Like, this is a solved technology, so I should realistically be able to do video encoding from a dash cam over internet. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to pull that one off. I could technically use the MacBook Pro for that. Although I probably need a more powerful nuke in the car. The Pi is great for running the radio because the Pi will run will run happily off a cigarette lighter, and realistically I wanted it running off a battery, but I couldn't. It didn't quite go to plan there. Yeah, this is going to basically be Leroy Jenkins. The only thing I'm going to do off stream is actually connect the DID. And actually, maybe I'll even do that on stream. I just have to make sure I don't dox my phone number. I would, I would actually be really unhappy if I did that. But basically, the actual win-win here is if I could somehow get dashboard camera footage off the phone into the cloud and onto YouTube as a media source in OBS. I've got about 2/3 of what I need to make that work. Because that would basically... The fundamental problem I'm going to run into is I'm not sure if... Actually, I have a pretty good idea of how I could do it. Actually, I do have a pretty good idea of how I could do it. It's amazing what you can basically cobble together out of FFmpeg. And ultimately speaking, even if the new place has absolutely shitty internet, because I don't know, the Wi-Fi on the MacBook Pro has been having issues for quite a while. It hasn't really been an issue because these days it lives permanently on my desk, but it wasn't staying connected to the Wi-Fi in the new place. And the phone seemed to be okay. The problem is I'm worried that it wasn't the MacBook. It may have been the broader network. But I didn't have time to debug it while I was there. And ultimately speaking, this is still a good move for me, even if I can't live stream. But I was able to play RuneScape. RuneScape worked, and RuneScape worked reliably. So I know I have enough bandwidth to play RuneScape. And realistically, if I have enough bandwidth to play... Wow, what is this music? If I've got enough bandwidth to play RuneScape, I should realistically be able to run a live stream. Like, let's be honest, people, it's text. It is a really ambitious text, but I am basically transmitting text to YouTube. And if we are really getting to this level of bandwidth, I could do a face cam over slow scan television. I have the technology. I have to actually look at the specific requirement. Like, I really do have the technology. I also want to do some more explorations of amateur radio on stream, and so a PBX can be remarkably useful for that, because I can't, like, transmit my audio via amateur radio for YouTube, at least not on this channel. If I had a completely non-monetized channel separate of this, then it would actually be copacetic. But I would run afoul FCC rules on a monetized YouTube channel, which this one is. But I will probably just make a non-monetized channel once I'm in a position to actually do something about it. So I'm assuming it's basically browser based. I also have some ideas of basically I've been basically feeling a little bit more reinvigorated with the channel than I have been in a while. The move is currently eating like 90% of my cognitive energy, and realistically in the new place, I'm going to need desks and tables before I'm going to really have a viable setup. Like, I'm going to get to Oregon, and then the MacBook Pro is going to the Magic Repair Ferry. Now, the desktop is already on the West Coast, but I wasn't able to get it up and running before I had to come back east. Like I said, this is not... This move has been a comedy of errors. It has gone actually more smoothly than quite a few other ones, but every single time I've tried to plan something with this move, it has lost at first contact with the enemy. So I'm basically at the point where I am YOLOing it, and like I said, I'm very thankful to have assistance and help in my life. So, well, it's now installing FreePBX 17. So I don't even know how to use a I know how to use a soft phone, but like the big thing I really want to do down the line is I want to do a flipping old school auto patch system. Like an actual auto patch sounds... It is so completely useless in the current year, and yet it sounds so awesome to have. You know, I just had a realization, chat. Like, I had an actual realization. As long as I provide external 12-volt battery, an amateur radio audio patch would work one-to-one identical with a modem. As long as I provided decode. Like, oh god, I could actually do that with Direwolf. I could actually fully emulate a full 300 baud switchboard. I mean, I actually planned on doing something like that before. I've always intended to do something like that, but I just realized that this is actually, like, does the hard part. I just have to do the physical wiring. I'm keeping... the compact portable is on the, East Coast. Sorry, on the West Coast already. I am basically... You know, I'm actually wondering if a video on basically using a vintage computer to get away from the distractions is a good idea. Well, it's at the point that it's upgrading modules. Oh, the life of a system admin. Alright, reloading and restarting FreePBX 17. Alright, that is actual progress. I probably need to I think I might have to take a slight break here. I'm live streaming this because it's the most guaranteed way for me to stay focused on a task at the moment for more than a little bit. Like, when I'm in a bad pain state, I can't even play RuneScape. But when I'm live streaming, because I'm talking about it or talking about something, I can power through it. This sort of thing is inescapable in my life. I'm not even sure I'm really describing it all that well. It is ultimately a subjective thing. Because I mean, pain is pain, even if it doesn't have a physical cause. I have an old back injury, but it's not severe. It was a pinched nerve many years ago. My entire back just seized up. My God, that was some of the worst. I have broken multiple bones in my life, and that was probably the worst pain in my life. I mean... Good is relative. The desks were kind of traumatic. They were the furniture that arrived at the place, and it was a case of getting what you wish for and kind of regretting it. Ultimately, when I moved here, I had also asked for some furniture with it. And what I got was very cheap. It was really crudely made office furniture. You can see it in my older videos. And there was absolutely no help. Basically, that got dropped here by movers. And the big fuck-off filming desk I use now came off the internet. And it almost fell on me because I had no help trying to get up the stairs. And this is sort of the problem of where I was living and kind of reoccurs the theme. Now, part of it is this is middle of the pandemic, but the pandemic ultimately... Sorry, I'm just bitching about my life right now, and I feel like I'm, like, really being blah. Okay, so we have an IP address, so I think I want to make sure the firewall is up. Let me see here. Hold on. Is that on the public internet? Because if that's on the public internet, I'm going to have a sad. Like, if I go to this... Yeah, that's on the public internet. And now that's not on the public internet. And Tailscale is making sure that this is now all working, which actually makes me happy. I'll punch a hole for Asterisk when I need it. Oh shit, I might have to... I'm gonna have to open quite a few ports. I'm gonna need a stun server. Oh shit, I didn't even think about it. Hold on. I might need to run my own stun or turn server. No, it's fine, because this end of the connection is a public IP. And the phone will have... The phone will either be a phone number coming in off the telephone network, or it will be an IPv6 address. So no, actually, we're fine. I don't need stun. I don't need stun. I don't need turn. Okay, so... If we now have a UI there, and if I type Vox, that doesn't help. You know what, before I close that terminal, because I might get locked out if I do that. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Can I really not just... I guess I have to just allow all from this IP address. I'm assuming that's static. Alright, that is annoying, but okay. So allow from any to... I think it's just going to be allow... Okay, so allow in on Tailscale 1. Does that now mean I can SSH in? Yeah, it does mean I can SSH in. I can get the administration page. And is that no longer on the public internet? Because that would be really nice. And it's not. Cool. That's a win. That's a complete win. Okay, most of this is not going to work. I will have to set up email at some point. That's not terrible, though. Alright, I'm just going to do... yeah, I'll just do admin password, because this is a private link. Oh, you really do want that. Okay. Alright, PBX administration. Would you like to activate your snooze system? I'm just gonna skip that for now. Hey, look, an advertisement. Skip. 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 My God. Skip. There we go. Chad, how many ads was that? That was like 8 ads. That was like 8 ads. Okay. Abort. Chat, this user interface is extremely intimidating. Oh, wow, this is... Okay. So, I have UCP, I have the mail daemon, I have system firewall, system is not activated, and Asterisk has been running... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I installed less than 10 minutes ago. MySQL web server, okay. So... I presume at this point... I assume at this point I can just... Like, here's the allow list. Okay, you know, there's got to be a guide. There's literally got to be a guide, because that is one of the most intimidating interfaces I've seen in a while. FreePBX getting started. That is an interface. Oh God, I just looked at the tagline of the product. FreePBX, let freedom ring. That. Ow. Especially because I live... Right now, for the next week, I live 5 miles away from Newark Liberty International Airport. Oh. Oh, that's just painful. It is absolutely brilliant in a completely painful sort of way because let freedom ring. Uh, it's also poking fun at the fucking Bell system and AT&T. That one has levels. That has actual levels. Okay, so we installed it. Now what? E911 calling requirements. This doesn't matter to me. Yeah, this is actually I should read this because if I ever interact this with what regulations are this? Because if I ever do an auto patch system, the FCC actually will care. So that's something I'm actually going to have to worry about. So installing, upgrading. Here's an intro. Oh, a slide deck. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's see if the slide deck helps. It's even recent. That was absolutely useless. That was completely useless. All right. I presume the first thing I actually need to do is connect a softphone client to it. So let me find a softphone client. Okay. Alright, so I should now have... Yep, Linphone. Okay, so I want to use a SIP account. So it would be admin, Vox, password, unable to authenticate. Okay, so that's probably a different username and password. Okay, so did anything happen here? Nope. Voicemail admin. God, this is complicated. Like, I really... this is me out of my depth. I don't even know what half of these are. Alright, presumably, I have to create an account of some sort. So, you know what? Why don't we... let me see here. VoIP. Let me find a guide for basic Asterisk soft phone. Because that'll at least tell me the terms I am looking for. Here we go. Okay, so you know what? This is the Linda. Wow, that is that guide is 10 years old. That is a 10-year-old guide, but you know what? This might have something useful anyway. So it talks about installing Asterisks. Yeah, all compiling Asterisks from scratch. LAMP, I remember a lot of this. Asterisks used to be a real nightmare to set up. Generic slip device, defined extensions, incoming calls to. Okay, so it looks like I need to create a extension. Wow, that's back when Google Voice, you were actually able to connect to Google. I don't think you can still do slip of Google Voice. I vaguely remember trying it at one point, but... Okay, so it looks like the first step is to actually set up an extension. So connectivity... why did it go to vox.com? Okay. What is broken? Something broke. Merely happier if I use the full domain. Okay, so why is it now trying to redirect to HTTPS? Oh, it redirected me to vox.com and it like went completely stupid. Because I saw it do that. I gotta tell it to delete the HTS cache. Uh... think, yeah, forget about this site. Forget. Alright, let me try using the full domain name and see if it gets less broken. Nope. Why the hell is it redirecting to HTTPS? Unless someone just pwned my server on stream. That would be really really unkind. No, I think I broke the networking. Yeah, no, I think I broke the networking. Go me. Okay, frig. Yep. Nope, nope. I completely screwed up the networking. Because I'm a genius. And I think I didn't save the randomly generated root path. Oh, no, I did save it. Cool. Well, that at least makes getting back into it somewhat easier. Alright, how do I get on the Linode console and fix this mild oops? Yeah, I logged onto the system console and it's filled with a lot of block messages. Oh, you know what? I enabled it in the firewall, so that is annoying. Okay, I have successfully firewalled my way out of the system. You know, I'm gonna have to hit the rescue. I'm gonna have to reboot in rescue mode because I have to I can't easily type the password and it's too long. Because it wanted one of those obscenely secure long passwords, which is good for security crap when you need to actually use the thing. That or I got failed to ban by the server, which could also have happened. This is going well. It's going real well. Well, at least I'm doing it now and not, like, at the last 0 hour. Alright, I'm at the list prompt. Sorry, I am definitely more on fumes than not. Alright. Cool, I'm in the rescue environment, so now can I, like, rescue this? I think the easiest solution is I just put my SSH key on the thing. I don't even have an easy way to do that. Okay, I just disabled. All right, I just disabled FreePBX because it's got an insecure password on it. I just disabled the firewall so I can just try this again. Maybe the smart thing to do is just put a secure password on it, and except for the fact I don't have an SSL certificate, and I don't really want to set up DNS for it or Let's Encrypt. Yeah, no, I don't want this on the public internet, so I actually really do need to get the firewall fixed. Alright, can I actually now get back in? Oh, you didn't power... Okay, the machine didn't power up. Why are you not turning on? Oh, there you go. That took a really long time for that to reboot. Okay, so my SSH key is on here. Okay, so if that's... Alright, so... I enabled SSH, so in theory, if I enable it now... Okay, anywhere on Tailscale 0, allow. No, okay, so I didn't get the rule right. Alright, so now if we go over here... Well, now you go back to not secured. Record too long. Okay, so now if I just get rid of the... Hey, there we go. Alright. So now what I gotta do is I have to restart FreePBX. Enable FreePBX. Wrong window. Okay, so now we should go to extensions, or can't connect to Asterisk. Oh, I enabled it, I didn't start it. That may take a moment. I have a sleep disorder, so enough rest. I've been getting 8 hours. It's just a lot of other things going on. It's making it less than copacetic. I'm hoping it will be better in Oregon. I don't know. All right. So now we're waiting for the everything to come back up. Well, that's nice and broken. You know what? I'm just going to disable fail to ban. Yep, and that's me being locked out of the system again. You're right, that might be fail to ban. You know what? Let's that's probably fail to ban. It probably is seeing something about Tailscale traffic and just having a bad. Oh, you know why? Because I'm using an insecure password. Don't mind me. I'm just having an existential crisis over here. Yeah, chat, that might be fail to ban. I need to SSH to this on its public IP. Yeah, or, hold on, get... Yeah, yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so I just... How do I set an exemption for that? I think I just... Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to disable fail to ban for now. Yeah, because I don't have my password manager in this VM, so I really don't want to deal with it. So yeah, you stop. Hey, look, and it all magically works again. I'm losing my mind here. Okay, you know what? Let's change this to a... Assuming I can find the button, let's see if I can, like, put a... user... I'm hoping that's user control panel. Of course not. I'm presuming there's a... I just realized my mic was really far away from me. User management. How do you change the password, chat? Okay, hold on. How do you change the password? So apparently there's an unlock command. Of course. Okay, so presumably, like, there's an admin list. Here we go. Administrators. Add administrator. Uh... I am deeply confused on how you change your password. Here, let me log out. User control panel. And it says invalid credentials. Or maybe it needs me to create a new user. Oh, you might... It looks like there's... So you go to admin, administrators... Oh, and then there's a... Wow, that is... That is insane. Alright, let me set an actual password on this. Just so it complains less. Like, that sucked. Alright. So let me go to setting up an extension. See, my fear is now Firefox is going to put it, remove saved login. I'll just type it in by hand. Alright, so let me now add extension. Add extension. Add new slip extension. Okay. I probably should not have revealed that. Okay, so create new user, and then that's a password. PBX new directory. Use a custom username. Bear with me, chat. Give me a moment. I'm back. I'm back. All right, so I need to create new user. You know, I'm just going to let it create a systematic one, and then I'm just going to copy paste it where it goes. Let me just back out so it generates a new password. So no new slip extension. Display name. So this is just going to be... extension number. So I guess I'll make this extension 100. Alright, well, I accidentally clicked over it. Secret. I just noticed that it has a video phone option. So I'm now actually curious if I'm going to be able to get that to work. I don't know if I will or will not, but I'm willing to try it on the Chromebook with the camera. Okay. How do I make it just, like, forget the everything? Uh, Alright, so if I make that the active account, what happens? Unable to authenticate. Alright, you know what? Let me see if I can just find its directory and blow it away. Yep, there we go. Blow away the phone directory, and let's try again. Nope, that did not do it. Yeah, like, I can't delete the account. I'm right-clicking on it. This is wonderful UI design, chat. Like, this is... Here we go. Use a slip account. Understand. Unable to authenticate. Alright, so what am I doing right now? So, I have the extension. Extension 100. Oh, wait. Maybe it needs this password? Maybe it needs this password. Because the way Slip works does not make any logical sense. I wonder if that's what it cares about. Unable to authenticate. Okay. So we had a 10-year-old guide of using Linode and FreePBX, which so far has actually been the most useful documentation I've read. So secret, user extension, display name, secret. Okay. So... Click apply. Oh, right. Hold on. Do I have to actually... Right. Because it's telephony, it is absolutely bonkers in how it actually works. Hey, there we go. We're actually connected. Check that out, chat. We can has telephone. Oh, that's neat. Okay, that is actually... All right, that's actual progress. So maybe I don't even need a bridge. Maybe I just need to have it pick up automatically. Although I think a conference bridge is still the right way to do this. I can't run Tailscale on my phone because I have an iOS device, not an Android. I hate what Android is these days, but my God, I am chafing an Apple sandbox. It's going to be a semi-long stream. I'm not sure where I go from here. I don't care about voicemail. I literally care about this as a conference bridge. So actually, let me look at the rules at this first, because I don't think I need to set up a second client just yet. Although I probably should, actually, hold on. Let me find a client for Mac OS. There has to be one. I presume that there is a softphone client for Mac OS. Apparently Linphone actually exists for Mac. It even exists for iOS. So okay, I'm already decided I'm going to blow away this instance after I'm done, because I'm either going to leak all the passwords or I'm going to leak all the passwords. So this instance is going to get torched after the stream. But this lets me know what I have to do, because there's no way chat. How many? If I had to redact all the passwords out, I would have to redo it from scratch. And then it wouldn't be all that good as reference footage or not. So the plan right now is I want to have a live stream going with the vehicle tracker on the Prius. I know this works. I just need to get some other footage. While I am in the car, I want to literally be able to dial into the stream and have my voice come out on YouTube. Because I want to be doing amateur radio in the car. So the absolute ideal scenario is I can loop in the radio to the radio voice stream so you guys can hear it, but I'm not transmitting the stream audio over RF, because anything that goes over RF has to meet FCC regulations. But I can live stream myself just calling CQ on 146.52, and that is copacetic as per the FCC rules. Yeah, so I know the vehicle tracker, I still have to actually install the radio in the car. The test I did was the software stack and the GPS. I was just providing internet through it. If I was actually able to, if I had more time, I'd actually do an HF rig setup, because with HF, I could conceivably send a packet about 300 miles, and that's all I need, one packet. Failing that, next option comes down to, what it ultimately comes down to is, that is my brain completely going, hold on, let me actually finish it. So, the other thing about this is that this provides a way for me to stream video that is independent of YouTube's app. I have tried live streaming a phone as a dash cam. It does... I haven't done it on this channel. I've done it on Discord a bunch of times when I drove down to Florida for shits and giggles. Because at that... The problem is that I have a second channel, Restless Yankee, which was actually essentially my first attempt at a serious YouTube channel. I wanted to do bicycling in March of 2020. That was the worst possible timing you could actually have had. Okay, so I think let me see if I can figure out how you get LinPhone installed on Mac. I'm presuming, you know, is it in the App Store? Like, because if it's in the App Store, I don't have to think about it beyond that. Here we go, App Store. Well, that's depressing. I love that the first option for LinPhone is telephone, which is slip softphone with 3 stars. If I type softphone, yeah, that's not optimistic. I'm presuming Apple doesn't actually allow it because that would compete with iOS. LinPhone keeps telling me that they have a Mac product, but I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Download on App Store. Free. Only available for iPhone and iPad. I'm going a little crazy here, chat. There it is, finally. Download for desktop. I'm installing it on the other monitor. Alright, so let's add a new extension. So we can dial in with System 2. Alright, so this is going to be extension 101. Yeah, I mean, I can just basically leave this. Because this is the secret we care about. So we submit that. Oh, okay, so it actually, I need to type that in. So 101. And, okay. Alright, so now I've got this. I believe my stream settings are, it's just capturing the desktop. Okay, so open LinPhone. It's bouncing in the dock. Yeah. Yep, bouncing in the dock. Let me make sure that's live streaming the way I think it's live streaming. Yeah, it is. Okay. That is taking its sweet time to start up. Wants to access... Okay, it's asking for a whole bunch of flipping permissions. Okay, because it wants to use my camera. That's fine. Okay, there we go. LinPhone. I find it interesting. I actually have to click that on macOS. I didn't have to do that before. So now I can use a slip account. I can use 101. I can just do Vox. I think something broke, and I think because I broke it, I can't change the setting. Oh, here it is. The gear. Preferences. Proxy accounts. Yeah, confirm. Add account. That's... Can I close it and rerun the first run application, please? That is in... I have always been astounded how crap every user interface for software phones are. I did hit apply. Oh, right. That apply. This is fine. Thank you, chat. Well, that didn't connect. Why didn't it connect? Oh, hold on. Tailscale may not be running. I've noticed it's a little bit twitchy. Yeah, hold on. No, you can ping Vox. Okay, so you can actually... So Tailscale's working fine. I applied it. It doesn't even give me an error message, chat. I might have to enable ICE. Let's see here. Confirm. Assuming if I try and dial something, it's just gonna break. Okay, yep, busy signal. I mean, I did apply. How many fire poles have I slid down? None. There was no fire poles in my fire station. They're largely considered unsafe. You don't want a firefighter breaking a leg before going out on a call. These both... What's the difference between these two pictures? Yeah, so you're connected. You're connected to Vox. If I try and call 101... Yeah, you load that up, and then it spins, and then disconnects, because it doesn't exist. Well, it does exist, not connected. Oh, hold on. No, it's still disconnected. Do I have the wrong password? I might have had the wrong password on this. God, this software. This is... Alright, no account configured. And no. No error. It just... Do you have a log file? Oh, here it is. Full logs. View. Oh, it's ringing. It's ringing? Is it doing anything in the VM? It's not ringing here. Oh, wait. I mean, you should wait. Everything here should be on the same network. That's not going to work. That SIP address isn't going to work. The proxy account is correct. Connection refused Vox 5061. Can't connect to TLS. Is Linphone on the VM using TLS? Because that's probably the problem. Okay, so App Store, Linphone. Like, how are you connected? Oh, you haven't. Oh, you actually did get a call. Missed incoming call, Infinity Way. So it did actually receive the call. Why didn't you ring? Well, I guess you can't actually ring because you don't have real sound. Encryption none. Transport UDP. Okay, so that's the difference. That's bizarre that setting is different between the two of them. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely seeing that I'm going to have to actually do quite a bit of work to make this work. That's fine. Like I said, this is my scratch system. I'm going to nuke and pave it sometime after the stream. Or I may just delete all the extensions, to be honest. But realistically, at this point, it would be faster to nuke and pave it. All right, so confirm that. Hey, there we go. Now it's green light. All right, so let me drag this over to the other window. Oh, let me bring up Debian back and can I actually call? Oh, well, that came up. Are you ringing? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Infinity Way. Oh, that is cool, chat. And that is presumably the audio. Yeah, look, chat. You can actually see the audio that's being routed from the VM, from my mic, in the Linphone. It's going up and down. That is proof of concept. Yes! That is absolute effing win, chat. That is a win-win. Like, I kid you not. That is actually viable. That is Asterisk working. Oh, that is an absolute victory. Okay. So that is the basic route done. Now, I'm presuming I can set up a conference something. Oh boy. Okay, this doesn't look terrible. Actually, this doesn't look terrible at all. So I'm presuming I really don't want to turn my webcam on. I don't even know how I look at the moment. Like, personal appearance has not been something I've been worrying about for a while. Like, I'm, in the shower, so forth. But actually, I should look at that. But you know what? I'll do that as a lot. I'll do that as part of the car stream, because if I can live stream video footage like that, I can do the dash cam like that, and then always move the phone to look at me. Because I can ultimately scale it down way, way lower. Like, if we look at the Lin phone video settings, let me bring it over to the other monitor. I don't know if that's going to work with a conference call per se. I mean, maybe it will. Like, is there a video conferencing? I'm assuming there's ways I could probably do it with WebRTC. ConfBridge also supports basic video conferencing, but this let me bring this up on the other screen. So there is apparently what extent? Yeah, so that extensions basically define the dial plan. Okay, some of this is actually I'm starting to remember from like years and years ago of people talking about. I knew a lot of phone freaks, like the actual phone freaks, because I'm at the tail. I'm right on the transition between those two generations. So this was a little bit before my time, but I knew people who did this very regularly. Like, what are these misapplications? Uh oh, interesting. So you can basically set a feature code. I'm assuming that's for like text messaging. Because ultimately speaking, this is like the back end. Like, if I were ever to run my own cell network, it would be backpinned to an Asterisk backplane. I also have call recording, so yeah, so there are ways to actually do recording with this, which is actually kind of amazing. I like I'm suddenly realizing I can do some really accursed shit with this setup that makes my life actually quite a bit easier. Um, or at least it opens doors to things that might be considered cursed. Because essentially, this lets me bridge audio networks through a relatively sane interface. All right, so if I want to set up conferences, all right, so I'm assuming I just have to put a. So let's call this number. So let's say this number is 200 for the bridge. Conference name is Ends Conference. So I don't actually need any of this. Join message none. Leader wait. Leader leave. Uh. Let's have it do join leave. Actually, I think if I just want to... Alright, so if I submit that, apply. I mean, you know, here's the question. With Lin Phone, can I just get it to pick up automatically? Oh, there is auto answer. So if I just hit auto answer like that, I might not even need a conference bridge. Because if auto answer works and I could just... How do I want to route it out of... Oh god, I just had an incredibly cursed thought. Can I route it out of Asterisk and into FFmpeg? If I can do that, that would be possessed in a horrible way, but it would work. Like, alright, so I turned auto answer on, so if I call in from the laptop, or from the other one, yeah, it automatically connects and then pops up there. So, how would I get a dash cam on here? I will have some access to the streaming computer. It's just not going to be ideal because it needs to be able to disconnect and reconnect pretty freely. No, you know what? I know exactly how to do it. OBS should be able to tag to a specific window. I can leave the voice open as a conference line, and then have windows available for face cam and dash cam from the car. And that frees me from YouTube's encoding. I can use whatever Linfo's... Yeah, you know what? That is actually going to be perfect. That is going to be exactly what I need it to be. Fuck, that works way better than I was expecting it to work. Okay, so now what? Yeah, because I can terminate the call. I can have it come in. So I really just need a way to have... I'm assuming I can have multiple sessions going at once, like... I'm going to need multiple machines to figure that one out. Let me actually... Okay, so that is actually the primary goal of the stream accomplished. I just don't know what to do next. Well, see, that was the biggest problem I had. If I am on RTMP, I am stuck with Adobe's defaults, which is essentially where it comes from. RTMP sucks with mobile clients. It is absolute ass. So I can fix an endpoint in the... it's not technically in the cloud. It's someone hosting it for me. But I can run OBS on a remote machine, and I can dial into that machine through an Asterisk bridge. And so, because the car is going to be moving in and out of reception areas, there's going to be time, and I don't know how much bandwidth I may or may not have. I definitely will be able to do a dash cam, and I'll have that dash cam going right onto YouTube with the vehicle tracker. Because now I've got the tracker, I've got the audio solution. The dash cam may not happen. I will make a try, but it's... You know, I can do dash cam or I can do face cam. I just don't think I can do both at the same time. but I think that's all right. All right, I'm going to take a 5-minute break because I actually don't know what I need to do next aside from nuke and paving this, because that basically worked the way I wanted it to. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. So I still think, let's actually check out the bridge, the conference system. Let me dial into it from this system. Okay. So if I now just go to 200 on this. Testing. Hey, look, yeah, no, that's how the line goes up. Okay, that works. So if I disconnect this, you don't hear anything there. So let's adjust the settings slightly. Music on hold. I don't even know what it would actually put. But let's put user leaves joins. All right, and then apply config. Hey, chat, see, look, I'm learning. I pushed the button that time. N. I hit pound on the other one. So, okay, I think that works because that would announce to stream when I'm coming and going. So that is like win, 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 win. But I may not be live the whole time. I think I'm only going to be running the stream when actually driving. And the first drive is actually going to be to Baltimore. So that is a win. That is complete win. I'm assuming there's no way I can actually do video conferencing with that. There is some implied support for it, but I don't know how you would actually do it. It helps if you actually spell it right. I could use a Jitsi or something of that nature. WebRTC. This is the type of solution that can both be aided by and harmed by WebRTC. But I'm wondering if I can make it with enough duct. I don't. You know what? No. This is starting to reach peak duct tape. Why is this not secure? The website does not support encryption for the page. Okay, my brain is, telephony hurts. All right, so that largely handles the first part of this. Is I have now built a PBX. What do I do now? Because I don't think I really want. I have to basically nuke and purge this. There's too many passwords here for me to ever use this as a real install. Voicemail reports. I don't think we care about that. SMS webhook. Oh yeah, because I can receive SMSs through a DID. So if I want to set up a DID, what does that actually involve? Apparently, if I activate it, I get a whole bunch of more features, but again, this is a throwaway install. Um, See if the video I don't really want to turn my webcam on. That's the one problem with that. I can test that one off stream easily. Actually, let me see what the webcam is actually going to look like. Hold on. I can do that in Studio View. You know what? That doesn't even look all that bad. Aside from the fact that my hair is a disaster. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. All right, let me call into it. So 100. Let me try the video call feature. All right, so that called in. I click camera and nothing happens. Yeah, that's me. So that works. Yeah, and if you can see, the desk is no longer behind me. You know, as part of, like I said, today it's actually not that bad. That desk has literally been stacked with stuff all the way behind me for ages. And yes, I actually got a haircut recently. I had a lot of damaged and dead hair. It's just, I don't exactly like how the cut came out. I mean, it's not bad. It's just very different to what I've been used to. All right, so if that's actually the case, why do you know video phone worky? No such method on filter. I have absolutely no flipping clue. That is a lot of codecs, though. Like, I should have really good audio for this. Aside from the fact that it's going to be, like, Bluetooth audio. Encryption is null, because it's technically all over VPN. I am going to have to do certificates. Okay, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to have to do certificates for this, because otherwise I'm going to be sending a password over the internet. Okay, yeah, so I have a fair bit. This is actually going to be a fair bit more work than I thought it was going to be. But why does video not work? I have video preview. I have AV. All right, what's static picture? No webcam. Okay, let's see if static picture works. No, I click the button and nothing happens. Maybe it's prohibited on the server. Fireball, inbound routes, outbound routes, slip station, SMS. Yeah, this entire box just needs to be entirely nuked and paved. Okay. So, I'm not exactly... I am not certain what happens next. Also, my webcam is now stuck on, and I don't like that. Like, can I please get you to release? Okay, there we go. I mean, I could put the face cam back on, but right now, it's more mental energy than I really want to deal with. Also, I may use this footage for video editing, and, yeah. I have absolutely no idea why the video calling doesn't work. So we have trunks online, users online, I mean, it could just be a problem with Linphone on Mac OS. Uh, presumably there is a solution. I just haven't quite found it yet. Hold on. Can I enable virtual camera? Start replay buffer schedule scheme. So full OBS, not Streamlabs, allows you to create a virtual camera. Okay, so it doesn't look like Streamlabs has that, which kind of sucks. I would have to run OBS separately, and I think my laptop would kill over if I did that. So the question is, why is this just going completely and totally FU? You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me check something. Yeah, I try and click the camera. Multimedia parameters. AV capture. Yeah, I click the button and then immediately it clicks off. I check the logs. Like, I don't even see it trying to bring video up. Which, oh, you know what? That may be a problem with the extension setup now that I think about it. That might actually be an extension problem. Enable ICE support, RTP, trusted user. That's a lot of options. All right, hold on. DTCS. Yeah, there's a lot of things I probably need to set here that I'm not setting. DTMF, enable ICE support, RCP, transport, call groups. Here we go. How to make a video call. Asterisk slip settings, PS. Here, asterisk slip settings. Okay, here we go. So this is where you basically set all the magic. Here's where you set all the magic. You can also set the allowed audio codecs. I actually would like to allow Opus, and I would like video on. I will also enable VP8. Like, I'm just going to, yeah. I think I can set the bit rate higher than that. I mean, if I have the data bandwidth, I might as well use it. So submit, apply config. Okay, so now can I actually do the video call? Okay, so that works. So that call went through. Okay. Hey, there we go. I see camera on that side. Hey, that worked. I really need a hair clip. Hey, Chad, that's actually not even all that bad in terms of latency, considering that's running through a VPN to the cloud and back down through my home internet. Like, that's actually pretty decent. Because I could basically have two dialog boxes like this, dealing with inbound calls. Like, I could basically have a dial-in. I will have access to the KVM as a HTML5 application. I don't know how well it's going to run on the Chromebook. It will almost certainly run on the MacBook Pro, but the Wi-Fi is being complete shit on it. Still, I'm actually quite surprised. I'm literally watching the latency on both sides. I'm actually surprised at how decent this is, all things considered. Probably should use the face cam more often. The problem is with the face cam is I feel much more tethered to the desk. Because I really don't want to be streaming live chair. On the flip side, I am legitimately happy with that. Like, that is absolute effing win. Alright, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I now need to think about what happens next. Because now I know that I have to enable video, I have to set up a dial plan, a conference bridge, I basically have to build this for real, and I'm going to probably have to do that offline because it's too many passwords. Well, that's expensive. Hey, but if I want faxing, I can get faxing. I mean, ultimately, there's a whole lot of things that do Asterisk and amateur radio, so, okay. Well, I mean, here's the thing: is that the stream video is not going to be coming from the Prius. The base video is going to be coming from the cloud at a stable source. That server is going to ingest all the video and then shoot it back out. This is largely handling video and audio routing. Um, I kind of wish I could do it a little less hack and dash than this, but it's not horrible for what it is. So I'm going to take a brief break. I'm going to actually put the AFK screen up because I don't know if I'm done or if there's something else, because I am going to have to build this entire server, and that may or may not be a tonight thing. Also, hold on, I don't actually need that. I noticed that YouTube actually adds all the accreditation information for. It actually says license available for YouTube, so all the Kevin McLeod music is actually licensed by YouTube. I don't think I have to accredit it. Um, so that's good. All right, I'm going to take a brief break. I'm back. I'm back. And I just realized there's been no background music for a while, so I'm sorry. So, I mean, is there anything else I actually need? Because I assume that these are the channel DIDs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point, if I had a completely disposable phone, I would set it up, but I don't actually have one. I only have my personal, which for obvious reasons I don't want to put on YouTube. So, how exactly do DIDs work with free Asterisk? Direct inward dialing. Okay, so a DID number is going to be able to dial into the PBX, and then I can route it to a specific extension. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking about. So, okay, so I'm going to need a DID number into a conference bridge actually makes sense because then I can just dial in from my phone. I don't have to worry about connectivity on my phone. Um, and I also don't have to worry about the car's hand-free system blowing a fuse. Although I do know that Signal works with the hands-free system, so presumably Linphone would work as well. Yeah, no, I'm figuring out the routing part because the DID coming in has to route to an extension. So I assume that I would want to basically have. I assume that I would want basically have a DID that comes into the conference bridge extension. I put the pin in, and then I would have the soft phone, the extensions on the soft phone there. I probably need multiple. You know what? I just had a thought here. So the question is. So here's the question: is how do I receive multiple calls at once? Actually, no, I don't think I need to worry about that because I only need to call into it in case of a disconnect, and if the internet connection gets too shitty, one major advantage between one of the big things about RTMP versus a SIP phone is that SIP is two-way communication, even if that communication is technically silence. So if I am sending packets in the void and I lose the internet connection, I should get a disconnect, even if it's a soft phone. Um, right, because in that case, I can just immediately dial back in on the landline. Because I'll put a little thing in the corner saying streamer is disconnected. I don't know how much I'm realistically going to be able to do. Um, I mean, ultimately speaking, I'm probably going to be on a handheld calling CQ, or just chatting if I'm the one driving, because it's going to be me. It's two people in the car. Um, so join message, leader wait, talker optimization, music on hold class. What is the music on hold music if there's only a single caller? And I'm going to enable this on the fear that I might be content ID'd. But I'm actually curious what that sounds like, assuming there's any there. I mean, I presume there's a something there. Chat, listen, it's generic hold music. I'm actually gonna let it play because I'm curious to see what it's. Okay, you know, chat, that's not even all that bad, all things considered. This is almost certainly content ID claimed. Like, I'm almost certain that someone's going to kill it. I think I just need a beep system. Okay. I mean, honestly, I'll just see if I get a content ID strike. Like, I can upload all these files and see if YouTube complains. If not, I can upload some acceptable music. So what else do I actually have to set? Um, Setting up certificates on this might kind of suck. All right, so for certificate management, I think I'm going to need a self-signed. I mean, that looks like what I actually am going to have to do. I don't think it matters. I just have to, like, do it. All right, so what else in here do I actually care about? Route congestion. Is there anything else in SIP settings I actually care about? No, it actually doesn't look like there's any there that looks like I actually care about. Fill the bands down, but once I reinstall this, I'll put real passwords on it, so that won't be a problem. Alright, what else am I looking at? I mean, I might even try this activation thing once I reinstall it. Like, let me see what that actually does. Yeah, I think this is going to be a relatively short stream tonight. So I think activation... Wait, was that all about Telnet? AMI through Telnet. Alright. Okay, so this is the user panel. Okay, so every user, I'm assuming they can log into this panel and they have options. Web RTC phone. Hold the boat. Is that what I actually need? Hold on. Let's see what's in the user control panel because we actually haven't looked at that. So it should be the same thing as on the extension. So let's log in as the VM. Nope, that don't work. So user management. So that's if I want to set password. I'm guessing that generated a new password. It didn't just give me the same one, although maybe it did. Who knows? I don't know. I'm presuming... Yeah, let me just generate a new password here. Because the secret for the PBX device should be different than this. Yeah, that works. Enter. So what do we actually have in here? We have a lot of unlicensed things. Okay, I think I'm pretty sure I just found the paywall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just found the paywall. So you can actually use a WebRTC phone. I don't know if that's actually helpful. Because WebRTC was the other way I could do this, but being able to trunk it to the phone network is a serious win. This is also a very old... Chat, this documentation is 10 years old. So, install needed modules. Alright, so that's interesting. I don't know how I can actually... I don't know if that actually helps me. Like, does WebRTC make my problem better or worse? Oh, interesting. So you can actually... I actually didn't know that you can... Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense that you can connect multiple... Oh, I just had a thought. Hold on. My brain is thinking right now. Processing. No, I think it makes more sense for the phone to talk directly. The Pi is going to have a separate internet connection for the hotspot, but I don't know. Because I could technically run Asterisk on the Pi. All right, so that all basically comes down to uh, paying for stuff. So what does free PBX activation involve? I'm assuming... Yeah, so it's a portal account. It's probably like Synology, Synology stuff. Like Synology's active management, like if I want to pay for stuff. And you probably get a bunch of features extra. Yeah, because it's complaining about the system firewall, but it's not actually true. Failed to ban, I did disable. So yeah, I think I'm actually reasonably happy with that. It's 1 in the morning now. Yeah, I think I just want to nuke and purge this and rebuild it better, quote unquote. So I think I'm gonna call this stream here. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna call the stream here. I'm gonna reinstall this. Just so I'm just gonna purge out the config files and reinstall it. Because this is going to probably be the actual system. I still have to do a lot more fiddling with it, but I am actually... That's the first actual victory towards a fully mobile solution. So, okay. The next the next stream from the vehicle is going to be tested soon. All right, folks. This is your host, N Commander, signing out. Wishing you all a pleasant night. Until next time, see you later.